So that's real practicing of the Brandenburg, when you sit down and you really have to work out intonation and playing, finding where the pitches are, and working out the transposition and everything else. It's not a pretty sight when you're practicing Brandenburg. Hopefully it becomes a pretty sight when you are approaching performance state. But at the start, it's pretty rough. Anyway, I wanted to address a couple things that I said in yesterday's tutorial about playing in the center of the slot. And that is to address a common misconception that people get, that playing in the center of the slot means you're playing more in tune on the trumpet. In fact, that's not true, which is why if you don't play the trumpet and you're a musician, you should take pity on us because of what we're up against. Trying to play in tune on this little beast. And by beast, I don't just refer to the piccolo, I mean all of the trumpets. This thing is so ridiculously out of tune. You trumpeters just weep themselves to sleep every night trying to fix the intonation problems on this thing. And one of the big problems is playing in the slot, in the center of the slot, often makes you more out of tune, which is why we have alternate fingerings. A lot of us use alternate fingerings to help with that issue. For instance, playing 1 and 3 on the upper D with a third valve slide, playing upper E's with 1 and 2 with the first valve slide, switching E flats to 2, 3. None of these things is a perfect solution because these are alternate fingerings for a reason. The reason why they're alternate fingerings is that it changes the timbre, puts you on a different part of the overtone series, and often the timbre is less desirable. So our problem is trying to find the perfect compromise between playing on some of these notes, between playing directly in the center of the slot and playing in tune. Sometimes we have to play a little out of the slot to play in tune, or we have to use an alternate fingering and adjust that intonation with slides or manipulate it with our lips in order to play more in tune. It's a never-ending battle on the trumpet. And we're all waiting for the day when someone develops a trumpet that plays in tune with itself. That will be miraculous. Until then, our job as trumpeters is to figure out how to play in tune and how to disguise the fact that we struggle with this when we're playing in ensembles with everybody else who has a trombone slide so you can adjust every single note, or you play a string instrument so you can easily adjust every single note. This thing is treacherous, and people who don't play the trumpet don't understand how treacherous this thing is. So just know that playing in the center of the slot doesn't mean you're going to be more in tune. Most of the time, unfortunately, you're probably going to be more out of tune. So you're going to have to figure out how to adjust something, make a compromise on something to play it in tune. Now that's not true for every note on the trumpet, but it's true for a lot of notes. So keep that in mind while you're working on playing in the center and simultaneously working on your intonation. And good luck. You're going to need it.